Hi everyone, welcome to This and That with DrAnimwaa. I hope you're good. Good. Great. So if you're not watching Love is Blind, what are you watching? I'm a sociologist and I'm a sucker for social experiments and reality TV. Anything that puts people together for them to stay or live together, I would watch it and see the interactions. So I'm watching Love is Blind. I love it. This season is giving chaos. It's giving serial killer. It's giving horror. It's giving love. No, a little bit of love, not love to the 100%. I feel like there's really no one. I'm like, oh my goodness, I want to love like that. No, but it's better than the previous season. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. So today I'm gonna talk about the sweet people, the not so sweet people, the horror people, the people that give me serial killer vibes, those that should never, absolutely not get married, and those that should reconnect with other people and get married. And I feel like the cliffhanger and the suspense is given. This season is giving a lot of emotions. Let's go right into it. So let's start with AD all day, every day. AD is giving sweet girl. AD is giving good girl. AD is giving banging body. And AD is giving, I need to go back in therapy, or I need to finish my therapy. Before the episode where AD sort of confides in Clay that she is in therapy or she has been in therapy, I'm like, that is it. There was something. And she talks about the fact that she has daddy problems. I'm like, girl, because I couldn't figure why she was really attracted to troubled people, people that were not matured enough, people that were superficial. She was attracted to Matthew. When she was like, Matthew is sweet, Matthew is nice, everyone was like, what? Matthew. And then Clay, they look good together, but Clay gives me very superficial, very surface level. Clay is not deep, Clay is not matured. She actually told Clay, telling me that I need to go to the gym when I have children and my body is changing. The way he said it is rude. Clay did not apologize. He rather changed the question. So Clay and AD, I feel like AD, it's too good for the show. AD deserves better. AD just didn't meet her match. So yeah, I love AD and she has a good body. I mean, she has a good body to get to put issues into somebody else's relationship. Like Jimmy and Chelsea are fighting because of AD's body. Girl, whatever you're doing in the gym, keep doing it. And if you don't want to do it, give me the tips and the tricks. Chelsea. No, Chelsea is not sweet. So I'm gonna go to the sweet people. Kenneth comes across as very genuine. I mean, you could see that Brittany talked about the fact that, oh, he helped me put on my slippers. He's doing things even before I ask him. He's very intentional. And it comes across as very genuine. It comes across as, even for someone to be 25, I probably don't know how the American school system works, 25 and a middle school principal. He got his head in the right place. He's deep. He gives me deep. He gives me a mature. He's too matured for his age. And so, yeah, Kenneth is giving me a lot of good vibes. Trevor is like a big, those big teddy bears that you can get and cuddle. I want to cuddle him. No, but he gives me that vibes. I don't want to cuddle him. So Trevor comes across as very genuine. Even when he said, I feel like he could feel it that Chelsea was slipping away and Chelsea wasn't really into him. And it was like I kept tapping whatever it is that you gave me and you didn't tap back. And I just didn't understand. And it was like, if I go back, when Chelsea broke up with me, if I go back, I'm going to cry. So I'm just going to stay here. Trevor gives me such sweet vibes. Johnny is in love. Johnny is so in love. Just the way he speaks, like the way his face goes red. Johnny is so much in love with Amy. They're so much in love. Amy gives me, I love him, but I'm hesitant. Which is okay because I think she admitted that this is not a typical kind of guy that she normally goes for. And she normally dates Latinos, much darker guys, you know. So she has a type. And so it's the shock, but then hopefully she gets over the shock and look at the fact that this guy right here loves you. So yeah, hopefully she gets over that. Britany is sweet. Britany is nice. Britany has a gorgeous but banging. Like 80 Britany girls. Whatever you're doing in the gym, I need all the tea. I need the strategy because you're giving everything. I think there was something I'm like, but so far she's okay. She's getting there. Jessica. Should Jessica has said that she had a child earlier? I think there are pros and cons to age. Honestly, if you've been on this channel for a while and if you've watched the things that you should say, unpopular things you should say on the first date, I usually tell people, say it. So I feel like Jessica should have said that I have a child on the first date. Like, oh, hi, I'm a single mom. So that the people that are really not into single mom would leave. I would not sort of continue the conversation because there are people and people need to have choices. There are people that will never date single moms, and that's okay. That's their choice. Single parents, so that's okay. And so I feel like she should have said it off the bat. Hey, but I have a child, or maybe ask in a way, what is your thought about single parents, people that have, and sort of hear what they want to say. Did it mar her chances when she said it later? Probably that is why Jimmy didn't choose her. But well, from what we are seeing, we're going to see on Wednesday, Jamie probably doesn't care and didn't really care. And so yeah, I think that yeah, I like her. It's funny, right? I feel like she was hurt. She said a lot of things that she wasn't supposed to say. And she was like, Jimmy, you're going to need a happy pen when you see me. Because yo, I got the full package. I'm more Megan Fox than the other person. So, like. Now let's go to the people that I'm like, Matthew. Matthew gives me serial killer vibes. Matthew gives me narcissist. Matthew gives me horrible. How do you come with a list and say pick a number? And when it's so robotic, Matthew, and that's why I say 80 is it's giving me good girl, real, genuine empath. She's very empathetic because AD was able to break Matthew down, and Matthew was like, okay, this is home. He sat down and spoke with AD. But at the point I was watching, I'm like, Matthew, what are you doing here? Matthew, did you really come for love? Matthew, tell us what you want. Because you're admitting that you have a cold personality. You know, it's good. It's good that he knows that he has issue. He says he's in therapy. Matthew is a narcissist. And you say you don't want to become a C-list celebrity. Look, yo, Matthew just went there like, I'm not here to be a C-list celebrity. But you're not giving any indication that you're here to find love. Matthew, there is nothing given from you. You are not giving, you're giving a lot of narcissist, controlling, robotic, cold. You admit that you have issues. Matthew, I think you should have gone to therapy instead of coming to Love is Blind, or you should have finished your therapy sessions. Yep. And the switch for me, Matthew. Like one time you are shy, one time you are walking out. When people are talking, you are walking out. And another time you are so nice and warm. Finish your therapy sessions, deal with whatever demons you're dealing with, and then go find love. Because I always feel like a glass that is half full or empty cannot give. Matthew, you cannot give what you don't have. You don't have love within you. And that is why you can say the same thing to AD and say the same thing to Amber. Can you switch it up? Can you say something else? I want to see your father and I want to see your father. Same script. Matthew, you came with a script. Matthew, you have no soul. Matthew, go to therapy. Jimmy came for the looks, just like Clay. Oh, Clay. And I like that. And I'll talk about Clay in a minute. But Jimmy came for the looks. Jimmy we can see it, probably just me, but I watched it with a friend and we both can see that Jimmy had a stronger connection with Jessica. And even when he was talking about, I can't wait to see Chelsea, he said, I can't wait to see Jessica. So Jessica was on his mind and all that. Jimmy actually chose Chelsea because Chelsea said, I look like Megan Fox. But I'll give it to Jimmy. Jimmy is a straight shooter. He goes straight to the point. And I remember Jessica saying, Jimmy with the juice. He has the juice. He has the right words. I feel like Jimmy bonded really. And it's a JJ thing that Fergie and Jimmy and Jessica bonded really well with Jessica. I mean, let's give Jimmy some grace. A bit of grace, because there was a point he had a very hard day. He's going into one and Jessica saying I have a child, and then another time Chelsea saying I've been married before. So the man sort of struggled a bit, but I feel like he was looking. He doesn't understand what love is blind is and why he was there. He didn't let the emotional connection lead him. He was more the physical and chose Chelsea. And you could see when the doors opened and he saw Chelsea, you could see he didn't have but it wasn't the wow. It was the, oh my goodness, this is no Megan Fox kind of look. And you could see how that panned out in the relationship he had with Chelsea, where Chelsea kept asking, reassure me, do you like me as it weighed? Do you like me better in the pods? Because she felt insecure. Clay, just like Matthew, doesn't need love is blind. Clay needs to go to therapy. Clay needs to heal from whatever it is. He said, I have a cat because I don't have to give my cat so much love. That is a red flag for me. He can't give what he doesn't have, and he doesn't have love. And he says to AD all day, baby, that if I see you and the physical is not, I'm not going to propose. Boy, bye. That is the reason why you came to Love is Blind. Not for the physical, for the emotional connection. So you're telling AD that the emotional connection can be there, but if I see you and I don't like you, I'm not going to propose. That is another red flag. And I feel like maybe that was one of the reasons why AD didn't want to go with him and was so hooked up on Matthew, till Matthew said the same thing to her and said the same thing to Amber and was like, Matthew, bye. And Matthew was, she could read that Matthew wasn't really into her. And then she went back to AD. Girl, you should have walked right out. And I'll talk about the people that shouldn't get married. But Clay comes across as very superficial, very physical. You know, the way he's all around her. I mean, well, we understand public display of affection, but you're amongst people. Can't you, with all the holding and touching, be done behind the doors? Maybe it's just a cultural thing for me, but like, I feel like, yeah. So now let's talk about the couples and those that should marry. I feel like Kenneth and Britany can get married. There was something I don't remember now, but there was something that was Britney gives me something a little bit off. But whatever struggles or issues or challenges that they have, they can work through it. Both of them should for sure get married. Amy and Johnny should get married. You can see that they are both into each other, although Amy's not out there 100%. She's a bit there. They can work on it. They both profess and talk about themselves with so much love in their hearts and in their eyes, on their faces. They've talked about the details. You know, they were talking about their history, their family. They gave the background history when they were together. Definitely those two couples, they should marry. Clay and AD, nope. I feel like AD should have walked right off when Matthew didn't work out, because girl, you weren't even supposed to even feel that way for Matthew. And when you realize that Clay was superficial, you don't fix a man, you're not Bob the Builder. Girl, you say I'm the fix-it queen. You need to also go finish your therapy sessions and heal. You are so good. You are so much more AD. There's so much to you. You are good. You are kind. You're empathetic. You deserve so much more. And girl, you need to know your worth. If AD doesn't change, AD is not for you. No. I don't think you and AD should get married. But what do I know? Because I didn't even think that two geologists in the previous season should get married, but they're still married. So what do I know? But I think, girl, you need to really value yourself. You don't fix any man. The only time you can change a man is when he's in diapers. After that, you change no man, they change themselves. You don't fix anyone, you walk out. Laura and Jeremy. Laura doesn't like Jeremy. Laura is not into Jeremy. Because how are you into someone, love them, and tell them to touch another person's private part? Laura, girl, bye. Everything that you are doing, your body language, the things that you say, you don't love that boy. Jeremy, just like Zach went to get his woman later on, after that girl didn't really like her and wanted to be a C-list celebrity. As Matthew is saying, go girl Sarah Ann. Jeremy, Laura doesn't like you. You both shouldn't get married. Go get Sarah Ann. Go get Sarah Ann. Jimmy, Chelsea, nope, nope. Chelsea, you lied. Well, I don't even know Megan Fox, but Chelsea, I feel like people shouldn't get physical. It's about the emotional connection, so don't tell anyone how you look like. Don't give them a picture. And I'll give it to AD, because AD was like, no, I'm not going to give you anything. And when they came back, Claire and AD sort of spoke, and Claire was like, oh, I'm over it and all that. But I don't think that AD gave him anything. You shouldn't have said I look like Megan Fox. No, you shouldn't have. It's the emotional connection. You sort of coerced him emotionally to choose you. You forced the man to choose you. You should have chosen Trevor. Chelsea, I think you and Jimmy shouldn't get married. This is over a year or so, so probably whatever has happened has happened. You need to have chosen Trevor. Jimmy, you should have chosen Jessica. So those are the couples that I think shouldn't get married. What do you think? I can't wait. I can't wait for Wednesday. Chelsea's like, you effed her. And Jimmy's like, oh, and I think that Jimmy needed it. Maybe he got an EpiPen. Because Jessica brought it. And I was telling my friend when we were watching, like, I feel like the producers want a messy show. So they are going to let Jessica come in all of her glory. More fillers, makeup, dressed to kill. Like a Megan Fox girl. So yeah, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think those couples should get married? What are you thinking? Do you think that those people that I said were the sweetest are the sweetest? The people that I'm like Matthew's giving me serial killer vibes. I'm like, boy, bye. What are you thinking? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Let's wait and see what happens. Let's see if these people get married, and let's see if it lasted. Because sometimes you can never tell. People that you think that, most people thought Kwame and Chelsea wouldn't make it, but they are still there. And so some people are able to go through their issues and solve it. But I feel like just by watching, this is what I think. Until next time, know that you matter, know that you are valuable, know that nothing, absolutely nothing lasts forever, and everything will make sense in the end. Take care of yourself. Hey, and if you want something that will take your makeup off, I'm going to put it in the description. And then if you have a straw bottle like mine, and you need something to cover, I'm going to put this in the description. And you can get whatever you want so that when you're outside, yeah. Bye-bye.